Hello, hey, how's it going, everyone? Welcome to the Exercise Nick Show. I'm Exercise Nick. Welcome to the stream. How is it going? How are you going, everybody? How are you doing? Hope you're having a pretty good Friday. I think actually today is Good Friday, actually. And, today when it holds significance when our Lord Jesus sacrificed his life for the greater good of humanity, so that we can live forever with him in new bodies and in paradise. So last time on here we were like sculpting, we were modeling a face, a head based upon some based upon an image, and we're going to continue doing that. We're going to see if we could add a little more detail to her face here, and then after that we're gonna try to jump into like doing some hair. Now the hair tools in Blender I haven't dove into a whole lot or at all recently, but we'll see how what we could do with what we got. Right, we're gonna see if we could really get in here and make all this stuff work. So without too much fanfare and without too much explanation, I'm just going to jump right in here and get to sculpting. Let's go. Okay guys, here we are with the face, and let's start off by like bringing up the concept. And we're going to start to add like some fine detail in here, and then we're going to move on to the hair and try to make this sculpt look close to the image as possible. That's the whole point, and maybe later on as we do more, we'll probably get even better at doing this. So let's see here. Just jumping into see right here actually, and go to tutorials. We're going to bring up that image of the lady that we were using. Blender sculpt, reference. Okay, we got it right here. So I'm going to launch a free program that allows me to float reference materials over the application that I'm using. It's called BREF. Let's for our BREF right now. Okay, here's BREF. We need this picture here of this lady. I think this is cool. Let's see what else we might need. I'm not sure. I think this is okay for now. Let's close this. We're gonna zoom in here, and we're gonna try to get some of the crackle on the lips. Let's just kinda get the eyelids kind of working a little bit better, right? You can even go further and try to add pores to his skin. We'll see how that works in Blender here, but I'm not too sure about that part. But we'll probably try to focus on the eyes, the lips, and yeah, let's just focus on those two parts for now. So let's jump into the lips, because the lips need some work. So I'm gonna put this right here, and oops, isn't BREF floating on top? Let's go back to BREF here. Just tell it to, well, we stay on top. That is good. That's cool. That's what we want. Let's let's go into the sculpting room. Okay, here we are. The camera is a lot better. Remember, if you ever struggle with sculpting in Blender and everything looks skewed, you change the field of view in the camera. You change that to, if you come here in view, you change this right top here. Under view, you change the focal length and you give it a higher focal length, and it will flatten the image out, and you're able to sculpt in it a little bit better and judge proportions better without everything looking kind of skewed. Let's zoom into this a little bit. So I'm going to stick with my mouse. I feel, to be honest with you guys, I really feel to jump over onto my Wacom and just do this stuff. And if you got a Wacom tablet or any kind of pad tablet with Blender on there, it will make all this stuff easier. So I'm just gonna go straight inside a pinch, and let's make the lips a little more defined. So So I'm running a little bit of pinch on here. Okay. Let's really try to straighten up that highlight. Okay, so that's a little bit more sharper edged. Just gonna leave it like that for a little bit. Okay, let's go in and start to get some of these parts here. Now I remember I had the subtle brush things, guys. Let's see what the subtle brush does. Let's open up the brush, the tools area right here. When you start to get into detail, you're gonna want to like focus a whole lot on let's put this over here. You're gonna want to focus a whole lot on keeping things you know, being able to make small adjustments. That's kind of what you want. I'm gonna make this tool a bit bigger, and I'm gonna add a little divot to the lip. There's not much of that here, but I think for the sculpt we probably need something like that. So you see something like kind of like that. Let's just look. I'm just gonna add a little more here. Right, something like that. Probably a little. Oh, come on. Let's add a little divot here. Right, and we're gonna smooth all this now. And let's just give a lip a little bit of character. So it's not too you know, give it a little bit of character to the lip. See? Okay, let's make this brush smaller. And I'm gonna I'm gonna use my Wacom pen right now. You could use your mouse if that's all you got. I'm gonna lightly, let's use pen pressure. Let's go back. I'm gonna turn on the pen pressure part of the Wacom. There we go. Let's turn the strength up a little bit more. Ooh. Oh, we don't want it on the radius, we want it on the strength. There we go. Oh, much better. Let's add this a little bit up here. Not too much. Something like that. I think I may have gone a little bit overboard up here. Okay, I'm gonna do the inverse. Let's invert the brush, go negative. If you normally struggle to do stuff like this, you know, don't worry, you're gonna get there. That's what I would just like to encourage you, you know, to stick to whatever goal you have, especially if it's Mueller is on stream. Hey Mueller, what's up? Very cool. How you doing? How you doing? I'm glad you're on stream. Okay, I'm gonna make a little edge right here by the lip. Yeah, this is Good Friday. You're right. This is a Good Friday, but it's also Good Friday. You're right. Yeah, you're right. Absolutely. How's your Good Friday going? Okay, it's good. Yeah. Oh, no, oh, you didn't go to work today? Yeah, I would agree with that. That's kind of cool. Got some time to hang out with me a little bit. Okay, so we're using the subtle brush here, and all this is just a regular draw brush. I just set it on like really. I just set the strength on it really low. That's all it is. Yeah, yo. It's a good Friday. A lot of people didn't go to school and didn't work today. Yeah, at home they shall stay with Exercise Nick, and we'll be drawing and doing all kinds of stuff all day. You see, guys, I rapped. What do you guys think? Am I improving? You know what I need? I need like a different profile. So in here you could choose different profiles. I need like a sharp profile like that. Yeah. Let's zoom out and see what we got. Okay, so we added a little texture to the lip. It's a little overdone. Let's try to soften it out already. Oh, you think Miss Lola, that wrap was solid? Thanks. Coming back with a subtle brush here, guys. I think I'm gonna leave it with a sharp thing here. Let's kind of try to let's try to kind of smooth out some of this ridged look that the lip have a little bit. Went a little bit overboard with it. Okay. I'm coming in here now. I'm going to select the pinch. I'm going to run a little bit of a pinch along between the two lips. Okay. Let's just leave that like so. I'm going to zoom out and just take a look, see what we're doing. Okay, so the lip look 100 times better than what it was. So I'm just gonna go ahead and save. Oh yeah, you got a question for me, Muller? Yeah, shoot. I'm listening. What's your question? Let's leave the lip like this for now. And what I'm gonna do, and I'm just gonna move on to the eye. Okay, so now we're gonna try to add some detail in the eye, and then we're gonna do the pupil and all that, right, guys? So like, let's see if the eyes have it here. Yeah, hit me a question. Take your time, no rush. I'm gonna come in with a sharp here. Are we still on a subtle brush? No, let's go. Let's use this brush here. There's like a brush where you could do creases. Look at that. Yeah, that's exactly what we need. Whoa, Milo, you're writing a book. No, I'm just kidding, dude. Let's see what your question is here. You know, nice. I love questions. Thank you for interacting with the stream. To be honest with you, let's check this out. I noticed that you tend to sculpt certain things in Blender, right? For example, the body and face, and some things in 3D Code. For example, wow, combat suit and robot. Wow, this is an awesome question. Okay, how do you tend to decide what to sculpt where, the benefits and downsides of each software? Wow, hey Mueller, is there a way we could give Mueller like a star here or like a clap? I love this. You're totally I love that question, and I'll try to answer as simply as possible. Thanks for asking that question. That is a great question. So, yeah, gold star. There you go, Mueller. You know what? I could give you coffees. Let's see if we could give Mueller some coffees, and let's give him some. Let's give him a couple coffees here, and I'm gonna give you a couple polygons here. Yeah, I'll give you a jade poly, a sapphire poly, and a sapphire ruby poly. There you go. That's for you, Miller. It doesn't mean anything, but I'm giving it to you. Okay, so check this out. That's an awesome question, guys. So I'm gonna take time to answer this because this is very important. So, I'm gonna read Muller's question. I'm gonna answer it right off, right? Let me reread it. Mueller is asking, "Hey, I've noticed that you tend to sculpt certain things in Blender, for example, the body and the face, and sometimes in 3D Code, and some things in 3D Code, for example, that combat suit and robot. How do you tend to decide what to sculpt where, the benefits and downsides of each?" Wow. Okay, so check this out. So, to be honest with you guys, and I think I probably mentioned it like in a video before, I prefer 3D Code to do sculpting. And I'll tell you where my head is with that, right? So, I really got into sculpting 3D. Just 3D, I mean, I could model face, like I could literally model this face with polygons. That's how I started doing like human bodies with polygons and stuff. But I started sculpting with a program called Sculptris. Now, Sculptris was made by a guy called Dr. Peter Draper. And lo and behold, a bigger company bought it from him, a company called Pixelogic, which is the makers of ZBrush. They bought Sculptris from him because ZBrush was such a big deal. And Dr. Peter Draper started working with them. So Sculptris, I think I might have Sculptris on here. I could fire it off and show you guys how Sculptris works. But I think what happened in the end, they merged Sculptris into ZBrush. So I think Sculptris is now a part of ZBrush. And it's a very simple program that allows you to do sculpting. And it was one of the first sculpting programs that allow you to do dynamic sculpting. Meaning that, you know, the more you zoom in to the model, the more detail you could add. And that's the first program that did it. And then, of course, Blender and ZBrush and even 3D Code got it after that program, right? After Dr. Peter Draper did that. So I started sculpting faces and heads and monsters or whatever, creatures using Sculptress. So I was looking at ZBrush, and I think I opened ZBrush maybe 2 times ever in my life, and the interface was so like just crazy. I couldn't get my head into it. I stuck with Sculptress, and then Blender, you could sculpt in Blender, and I was like, you know what, Blender sculpting started to get better. So I switched over to Blender. Now, the reason why I'm giving you guys a little bit of back history, I'm going to go into answering Mueller's question directly, is because I've got to show you where my mind is at with this stuff, right? So I got into Blender and started sculpting in Blender, and Blender sculpting is kind of nice. It's not too bad, you know, but you can't do at the time, you couldn't do a whole lot in Blender sculpting because you would max out the memory in Blender, right? After a while, you can't do over like a bazillion polygons or whatever. You can't, you know, you had a polygonal cap at the time before things got slow, and you still have to try different tricks to sculpt like detailed things on there. So because of this, and I didn't want to pay like a bazillion dollars for ZBrush at the time, I literally looked around for anything else. At my job, we had Mudbox, because on the job that I used to work at, we had the whole Autodesk suite, right? So in there they had Mudbox, and Mudbox is another sculpting program by Autodesk, and I think Autodesk bought it from another company before that. So I looked into Mudbox, but Mudbox was nice, right? Mudbox is kind of like Photoshop for sculpting, right? But at the same time, it didn't feel that great, right? It felt a little underpowered. I think now Mudbox is top notch, right? But I was looking around for something I could use on Linux, because I'm a Linux user, and something that I don't have to keep paying a subscription in order to use, right? So I couldn't use Mudbox, so you had to pay for a subscription, the Autodesk subscriptions. I think ZBrush, you have subscriptions now. I don't know if you could buy it outright anymore. The only program that was left standing was 3D Coat. So 3D Coat was my last pick, guys. And I opened 3D Coat, and boy oh boy, my head was spinning. I didn't know where to start. And for a long time, I had 3D, and I bought 3D Coat because of some of the demos I saw online. And 3D Coat was pretty cheap, right? So I think 3D Coat at the time was like $500 at the time I bought it or something. But when you buy it once, you know, you own it forever, which is what I liked. And to this day, they still give me free updates to the newest 3D Coat. I mean, those guys are so good at 3D Coat. I wish I could represent them here on this channel. And if anybody out there, you know, belongs to the whole 3D Coat team or whatever it is, you know, I'm willing to champion 3D Coat as a sculpting program and only use that, even though Blender is pretty nice. And I'm willing to just do 3D Coat. Now, to answer your question directly, Mueller, 3D Coat could do anything. You could do anything in 3D Coat. It's so awesome, and they keep improving upon it. Like, I love, like, me sculpting this right now in here feels a little uncomfortable. Like, I'm in Blender right here sculpting this with you guys and talking through and that kind of thing. And it's a little uncomfortable because Blender brushes, you gotta tweak them so much. And in 3D Coat, you gotta do it. But Blender, there's no real... I don't see, maybe if anybody out there knows different, but there's no real easy way to make a toolbar, like a tool shelf, like my own tool shelf, and drag and drop brushes that I tweak. If I could tweak the settings here, I would like to grab that brush and just save it. And that's it. And when I open Blender again, I would like to be able to click that and be able to, you know, start sketching, you know, with the brush I saved. So the reason why you saw me work sometimes in Blender and sometimes in 3D Coat is only because I realize there's a lot more people out there who will watch the stream who has access to Blender than 3D Coat. Not a lot of people is willing to drop $300 or $500 on 3D Coat. And you know, but I don't know. There's a lot of people that use ZBrush, and ZBrush is way more expensive. So I think they could technically get 3D Coat, you know, and there's a free version of 3D Coat to use. If I had to stick with one, I would stick with 3D Coat, only because of how flexible it is. I'm only doing this in Blender because I think, I'll get, a lot of more people interested in, that kind of thing. Because you could download Blender for free and use it forever. So that's the reason why I choose, So like, if you see me do faces and stuff in here, it's only because a lot of people like to see the human face in videos, right? If I'm doing a robot and I'm doing like a robotic arm or something, you're not going to recognize what it is, and a lot of people just skip through the video. They wouldn't care, right? And at that point, if people don't engage this stream that way, I could literally just draw it on my own without streaming. I could go and do a ton of robots or whatever it is, because people can't really relate. But people can relate to a face, right? So, like, I've noticed since I've been doing this, there's a bunch of people, because maybe the thumbnail in the video pops up and they see like a human face like this, they will come in and they'll take a look, right? But if I was doing a robot, you wouldn't know. The robotic face looks weird, right? You wouldn't know what that is. So that's the only reason why I use Blender for the body and for the face, only because of, the video and the clicks. But I have no real preference, but no, I have a preference. I prefer 3D Coat. So that's it, I'm sorry to make your answer so long, but I hope I answered that. So I'd rather do this in 3D Coat right now, to be honest, only because of how the brushes behave. Blender is okay, but it makes me it makes me feel too self-conscious, because the polygons stretch in Blender. Sculpt GL, okay, yeah. Become Nomad Sculpt, yeah. You saw me using Nomad, yep. Thanks for answering. Yeah, I hope I really did answer your question. So I have no real preference. You could use anyone that you like. So yeah, I'll just continue. I'm not. I could talk and sculpt at the same time. I don't have to stop. But you just had me going on memory lane there. And I love that question. Thank you so much for asking. I really do appreciate it. Okay guys, so like, I'm gonna drag some stuff here. I'm gonna make this a little bit lighter. Let's make the strength a little bit less, and let's get some of the eye stuff happening. All right, so there's folds in the eye like this, and this is where using a Wacom really kind of helps a bit. All right, you can get that kind of somewhat easily just by swooping your pen back and forth if you have a Wacom tablet. Let's look at the top here. So up here is really wrinkly, but because she's young and she's a model, let's keep the wrinkles to a minimum. Let's zoom out a bit. I just want to see what I got. Okay, so maybe a little bit too much down here. Let's zoom out. Let's zoom back in. I'm just gonna hold shift and just drop like a smooth, just to kind of get rid of some of those wrinkles there a little bit. Okay, let's try to really work on this eye, right? Yeah, makes perfect sense, right? Yep. At an art teacher I watched switch from ZBrush to Blender because more people use it. Yep. And he sells more courses. Yeah, exactly. ZBrush is awesome, but ZBrush, to be honest, when I see people using ZBrush, right? I understand the Draw-Tit because it's like the industry standard now. But why not use 3D Coat? To me, 3D Coat is way more powerful. But it's all good, whatever people want to use, it's their right to use it. It's all good. I mean, I'm not like as I said, I wish I was like, if 3D Coat was paying me to make videos, or say, hey Nick, we would love for you to do sculpting in 3D Coat, and we would drop you like a check now and then I'll be like, oh, you know, you guys should use 3D Coat, you know, and Blender's, you know, ZBrush crap, or I'll totally be like that. But because that's not the case, I'll say use whatever feels comfortable. Do like what I did. Try different programs, and whichever one that lands on you. But I have to say, it took me a while to really understand what I was getting in 3D Coat. It took me a long time. Like I was about to give up on 3D Coat altogether because it just felt weird, right? It felt weird. And then when I realized, I think what it was, I think there was some artist from, I think from ILM or something like that, who was using 3D Coat, and he had like, I think he's from ILM or EA, somebody like that, like a big time artist, and he was using 3D Coat, and he was talking about it and how he uses it, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try to learn this thing, and I'm glad I did. Now I must say something, right? So one good thing about using Blender, well, there's many good things about using Blender, but one thing about Blender is that, like with Blender, you could really sit down and really engineer, like fine tune like certain aspects of what you're getting, right? 3D Coat, you could do it, but you have to dive through a lot of menus, right? But once you get it, it's good to go. That's the thing. It's like using Linux opposed to Windows. You know, I mean, everybody uses Windows, but if you have a Linux machine and you have it tweaked perfectly, you don't need anything else. I'm gonna drag a pinch across that. Yeah, Blender's notoriously bad for making custom brushes. It's uncomfortable. Like I just tried making a custom brush in here. Yeah, you have to go through 10 steps just to make a brush and another 5 to save it. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Hey, you know what? I tried making a brush and it just totally screwed me over. You know, I think the program wigged out and it crashed and I lost stuff, and I was like, what the? It has to be I mean, maybe I'm doing it wrong, so I just chalk it up for like user error, you know. Because guys, I'm not the de facto guru on all these things. You know, I'm learning like you guys. You know, I'm forever learning. But I do come to the truth though. Okay, let's see here. Let's see what else. So I think I need another picture of a different eye. So let's look at a different celebrity eye here, so that we could get more people in here. I'm just joking. Let's see. Let's come here. I'm gonna go. Oh, hold on there, guys. Let's go to the stream tutorials. Now these are all the tutorials. You see this list here I have? These are all the tutorials I did on stream. So if there's any tutorial or thing that you would like me to look into and try to learn how to do on stream, please let me know in the comments below. Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the Discord, and I'll totally put it in the queue and do it for real. Okay, so let's see here. So let's see who has a decent eye. Oh, check Billie Eilish right here. Oh, this is nice, right? So we've actually seen some nice lines and that kind of thing. Let's put Billie Eilish aside here. Daniel Craig. Right, you can actually see how the folds drop right there. Right, but you got to be careful, right? The older person is going to have like saggy eyes and wrinkles like this, and a younger person is going to be nice and tight. I'm going to put Billie Eilish here, so when people see that, they're going to click on the video. Let's put. Guys, this is the model. It's finished. It's done. You see? This is a render I made of the model. That nope. Let's put this over here. Miller, it's also so true that What you said about the model being sculpted. Yep, yep. If you make something abstract or unusual, people don't care. Yep. But people love characters, especially women. Exactly. You know, I could do a whole anatomy study, but for me, you know, like I've gone through certain things so many times. Like to try to stream it, it feels like I'm cheating. Like I could do a lot of stuff on here that'll bring in like a ton of people to watch the stream. But like, why am I doing it for? You know, am I doing it so that I'm popular or something? Like, you know, no. I want to do things that, you know, that I'm interested in, and then things that other people might like. It almost looked like his pupil here is black right here. Come on, Daniel Craig is not going to bring in viewers. How about Drake? Oh, Drake's eye is not bad. Yeah, let's use Drake's eye and Billie Eilish's eye. Let's see if we can get more people in here. Oh, you know what? I have a question. Who is this guy? Is this Mark McAvoy or something? Is that his name? Oh, not bad with the eye too. I think I'm gonna use this guy too. Yeah, he's an actor, right? But I forgot his name. Come on, Drake. You gotta get in there, Drake. You got some interesting. And look at Drake's eye right here. Right? He's like doing his eye, so it's like sagged. See that right there? What's up with his lip? It's like look at his lip over here. It looks like somebody sculpted it. It looks sculpted. Yeah, this model is nice too. Oh, I like how yeah, let's take her. Who's this? I don't know who this is. Let's get her too. Okay, we got the thing for the thumbnail for the video so people can come in here. This is a thumbnail. Let me just see if I can freeze it over. Oh, we're doing all these. We're sculpting all these celebrities. Okay, let's see here. Let's put this guy here. So we want Drake's eye. This guy. Okay, we're gonna use these eyes to kind of make our eye a little more interesting. Oh, we don't want one eyes because it'll be Illuminati if we do that. Okay. Alright, Billie Eilish. I don't know if the video has a thumbnail with her on there, so but whatever. Alright, let's get to it. I'm screwing around. Let's go. Okay, you see that edge right here? Look at, I just recognize something. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. Hold on. Really? Come on. You see how his the edge of his eye is right there, right? So I'm gonna take the subtle brush. And just give her a little bit of an edge. A little bit, that's too much. Let's you notice what I did with the inside of it here? How I put the the muscles on the inside of the eye that control the eye right there. You know what's that? If you ask me, you know what's funny? Yeah, I agree that want to sculpt things, might not attract people. Yep, you know what's funny? I feel like Twitch has some sort of moderator and will always capture a stream preview screenshot during the most interesting moment. That's right. Yeah. Someone might be working on an armpit or something. Yeah, but the stream preview. Yeah, it looks like a boob. Yeah, exactly. They'll like screenshot the boob part. I'm telling you, you know, like people still want to. They want to go back to the womb. They want to be nursed like a baby, right? That's why, you know, baby lunch, right? Which is the boob. Yeah, I'll probably give X Nikki, the yellow bear over here. I'll probably give X Nikki some boobs, right, X Nikki?
Cuteness over 9,000.
Imagine her with big boobs saying that. I'll get like a. Milor, you're gonna have to be a moderator for me. We have so much people in here. Okay, so I need to do more of a crease in here. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So I've been trying to get this this fold right there. Oh, come on. Whoa, hold on, guys. Imagine we have so many people in here that you have to be a moderator, and I could pay you like a salary, and you don't have to go to work ever again. You just have to come in and moderate the channel for like a few hours, and then you get like a salary for the year. Wouldn't that be cool? Okay, so what I'm doing, guys, I'm building up here to kind of imitate the sag on the eye just a little bit. She's young, so I don't want to do too much sag there. I just want to just give a little bit, just to make her eye a little more interesting. When you're doing this kind of stuff, so it might be a good idea to zoom out. Or what you could also do, you can make a split screen. Let me show you something. You could split the screen like this, and in this one here, you could zoom out. Hold on here. Scale. Yeah. So this one you could zoom out so you can see the whole model. Where do we put the eye here? Let's make Drake's eye a little bit smaller, so you can kind of see the whole model. Yeah. Look at this. You see how the Let's fix the camera angle on this. It's a little too skewed. It actually is fixed. Anyways, yeah, let's stick with that. We need to have a lot of people at that point. Probably also need to manage your promotions, fan mails. Yeah, if you wanna. And all the groupies, and yeah, you can have the groupies. Yeah, you can have the, yeah, definitely. Groupies will deduct it from your pay. Okay, I'm gonna add, so I'm watching it here to see what's happening there. So I'm seeing the fold coming in. Let's just kind of smooth here out a bit. This is another good way of kind of like judging, like if you're going too far with certain details. If you're up close, you could just have another view here with it kind of zoom back, something like that, yeah. And then you could just focus on the details on this view right here. Okay, see that right there? It's just too much. Let's get rid of that. Okay, let's see what else interesting with this eye. I'm gonna add some little wrinkle lines here. Not too much though. I feel like she need like something like that there. This might be a little fake, but let's see what that does. Nah, that's not good. Hold on here. Okay, I'm not gonna screw around too much. I'm gonna leave this here. Let's zoom out. I can zoom out a Drake's eye like that. Don't want a piece of Nick. That's funny. Okay, let's check this out here, guys. So we got that kind of happening. Now let's just double check this over here. You see, I want this to. I'm gonna put another. It's come with a subtle brush here. I'm just gonna drag a little bit here. Just kind of make this look like it's coming down like that. I think that's a little bit much, but actually, let's dig into this part here a bit. I'm gonna come back. I think maybe I'm doing too much, but let's zoom out here and just take a look. Okay, so there's no wrinkle there, so let's get rid of that. Let's zoom in, and this might be the thing to tie it all together right here, like so. 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm gonna have to pause. I may have to end the stream. Actually, something just came up, but I'm gonna leave it on here for a minute. I'll be right back. There may be a part 2 a little bit later. So I'm gonna leave it on here for a minute. I'm gonna run off and see what I could do, and I'll be right back. Hey, let's go. Enjoy the music in the meantime. Okay, guys, I gotta end the stream. I gotta take care of some business here, and so we'll pick up from this. I'm sorry that I didn't get to run through, but we're almost done, right? We're almost done adding in the details here, and we'll jump straight into the hair. So I'm sorry about that, guys, but talk to you later. Same to you, Merlo. Thanks for stopping by. I'm sorry for the stream being so flaky, guys. I just have a couple things in the real world here that I gotta literally take care of. So I'll be right back. I might be back a little bit later tonight. You understand? Because seeing that it's Good Friday, or you know, I might most likely be back a little later tonight, or you know, definitely sometime tomorrow, and hopefully we'll get the stream running consistently from now to whenever. All right, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Thanks for stopping by. I know this is extremely short, but we'll probably try to merge this stream together. Okay, I'll see you guys later. God bless. Bye bye. Take it easy. Miller deserves a trophy for that wonderful, you know, for interacting with me. Thanks. Okay, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Bye bye.